Sons of Avraham, Dvar Torah for Parashat Chayey Sarah. How many sons did Avraham have? If woken in the middle of the night, I'd instinctively respond 2, Yitzchak and Ishmael. And who could blame me? Who remembers Yishbak and Shuach at 2 in the morning? This turns out not to be such a simple question, even in slightly more sane times of the day. Everything started with the relatively innocent reading of the 2 family lists at the end of the Parashah. Avraham, the same Avraham who had no children until the age of 86, takes another wife named Ketura, and she gives birth to Zimran, Yokshan, Medan, Midyan, Yishbak, and Shuach. By this count, Avraham has 8 children, not 2, but it doesn't end there. Yokshan has 2 children, Sheva and Dedan, and Dedan's children are Ashurim, Letushim, and Leumim, and Midyan's children are Eifa, Efer, Chanoch, Avida, and Elda'a. Before you say these are grandchildren and not children, I will refer you to Pasuk Daled, which emphasizes that these are the sons of Ketura. Ketura then has 16 children, plus the 2 that Avraham already had, bringing the count to 18. Right? Not exactly. Rashi does indeed teach that Ashurim, Letushim, and Leumim are names of nations, and if so, were probably Dedan's children's names. He then quotes Unkelus, however, who translate that these are the characteristics of Dedan's descendants and not the names of his children. Onkelus' opinion can be proven by comparing this list to the same list in Divrei Hayamim, which mentions Keturah's children and the same grandchildren mentioned here, but ignores Dedan's children. So bye-bye Ashurim, Leumim, and Letushim. If we return to our mathematical calculations, Avraham's 18 children minus 3, Ashurim, Letushim, and Leumim, equals 15. Okay, so subtract 2 more, Yitzchak and Ishmael, and we have the 13 children of Ketura, which is an interesting number. What makes this number interesting is not bar mitzvah age, midot harachamim, or Rambam's tenets of faith. It's just that 13 calls to mind several other family lists in which the number stars, starting with the most famous of them, Yaakov's family. Although everyone knows Yaakov had 12 sons who would make up the 12 tribes, there are always 12 that is 13. It's just a question of how the desired 13 is reached. When the boys are born, Dinah, Yaakov's daughter, will be added to this list, whereas when listing the tribes later on, there's a constant tension between Ephraim and Menashe and Levi. Once 13 becomes a familial goal worth pursuing, we can see it pop up in all sorts of unexpected places. After the Akedah, Avraham hears that his brother also has children. Count with me, please. Milcah gives birth to Utz, Buz, Kmuel, Kesed, Chazo, Pilda, Shidlaf, and Betuel. Reuma gives birth to Tevach, Gachem, Tachash, and Maacha, a total of 12. Add the granddaughter Rivka, and we have reached 13. The reason I choose to add Rivka and not Aram is the language used to introduce him, and Kmuel, the father of Aram, which I think refers to his importance in the existent state of Aram, the same Aram founded by the sons of Shem in Parashat Noach. Speaking of Parashat Noach, we have the sons of Yokshan, who are Almudad, Shelef, Chatzar Mavet, Yerach, Hadoram, Uzal, Dikla, Uval, Avimael, Shva, Ofir, Chavila, and Yov. Again, 13. To this list we should, of course, add the sons of Ishmael in our perek. Nevayot, Kedar, Adbeel, Mivsan, Mishma, Duma, Masa, Hadad, Tema, Yetur, Nafish, and Kedma, the 12 presidents of Ishmael, and his daughter, Machlat, who marries Esav at the end of Parashat Toldot. Again, a total of 13. Noticing this interesting phenomenon, Rabbi Uri Sherki divides the families of Bereshit into solar families, families with a single child who greatly influences the world, resembling the sun, and lunar families who are less influential, with 12 sons representing the fixed months of the year, and a daughter who represents the month of a leap year. And those who are interested can search for his podcast on the book of Bereshit, and I think it can also be argued that the number 13 tries to play a role in the world in different ways and realizes its potential only upon the arrival of Bnei Israel, and this is another topic worth addressing at another time. I prefer to sign off a bit differently. Rabbi Ovadia Sforno claims I should have trusted my instincts. According to him, Avraham has only 2 sons, Yitzchak and Ishmael. He proved this from a verse in Divrei Hayamim, the sons of Avraham, Yitzchak and Ishmael. What does he do with Keturah's children? Simple. In his opinion, they weren't her biological children, but her adopted children, like the 5 sons of Michal, the daughter of Shaul, whom she bore to Adriel HaMecholati in Sefer Shmuel, whom, according to Chazal, did not bear herself, but she raised. My question to Sforno is, why stop there? In the same chapter in Divrei Hayamim, a few verses later it says, and Avraham begat Yitzchak, whereas Ishmael is omitted. Is an unknown verse in Divrei Hayamim not enough for you? How about a famous one signed by Hashem himself? Please take your son, your only son, the one whom you love, Yitzchak. How many sons does Avraham have? Well, we started with 2, then 8, 18, 15, 13, back to 2, and finally 1. Are you more confused than when you started? Never mind, this is probably not the first time. שהדברים יהיו לעילוי נשמת תלמידי האהוב והגיבור עמיחי שמעון בן ישי ובת ירובין, השם ייקום דמו, Dovi Holtz, one who loves Tanakh.